I think most part of people are prejudiced because they are afraid and they don't know. When I was living in Belgium, I got to know this a lady, and she didn't want to touch me because the only black people that she had seen, it had been inside of a cage as a circus number. And she had seen black people as monkeys inside of a cage, and they were like, wow, they had to roar and all that, and it was like seeing a lion or something like that. I arrived in Portugal in 1988. Back then it was, it was actually very difficult to be an immigrant, and I can really remember very well that it was a place where there were lots of skinheads. From the end of the afternoon till night, you couldn't walk in some specific places. In school, I was always the only black girl. People told me several times that, oh, I'm afraid of black people, but not from you, because you are special or you're different. And so they thought that they were saying something kind, not knowing that it was really aggressive. I remember that I was telling them, like, you know, that in Africa, although there's hunger and we are poor, people are really hardworking, and well, we have a different lifestyle, but it's not less valuable because we are poor, and well, but I think most part of the time people just saw me as an exception that confirmed the rule, and so I think I kind of gave up on that, on explaining people. I just started being myself. My final goal about being an engineer was to help my country, to develop. And what happened with the music was that I started to do both things. And at a certain point, when I understood that maybe I was more passionate about music rather than engineering, I understood that I could still do the same for my country. So instead of building roads or buildings, I was building connections. I was building an understanding that can be done by music. There are so many barriers that of course it's important for you to stand for your rights, but also I think that times when you are too aggressive, people don't listen to you. And as an immigrant, you really need to be intelligent. You need to be emotionally intelligent to be able to reach other people, to understand the environment, because that same lady, 2 years after, she was very sweet and kind to me because she needed to get to know me. And what I think that we should work on is on integration and on respecting each other, and especially on getting to know each other, so that the barriers and this climate of fear goes away.